Hey everybody, welcome back to Fruit Loop Films. I'm at Pullen Park again today in Raleigh, North Carolina. I got my Sony ZV-E1, which I've had for about a month. I'm setting up a rig today, so I'm thinking about how we can compare a $250 GoPro Hero 9 to a $2,500 Sony ZV-E1 full frame cinematic camera. All right, this is the rig that I came up with to test these two cameras together. I had some spare parts in my bag. This is basically for beginners or somebody who's not camera savvy, who might be thinking about doing vlogging or just filming. You can get a $250 GoPro Hero 9 now. They're actually amazing for what they are. Let's go check them out. All right, I got a tripod shot here of the swans, and on my GoPro, I'm still at super view. We're filming at 24p 4K. I'm basically doing this to test for my own purposes, but I hope at some point I can help others who are trying to start out and do filming and vlogging and things like that, because it's really fun. So this will be mostly for beginners. All right, the pedal boats are back open, and right now I have the Sony zoomed in as far as I can with the dynamic active stabilization. We're still filming at 24p 4K and 50 frames a second on that, and the GoPro is on the super view setting, which is the widest we could possibly get. And so this is the biggest difference that we can get in angles, which is pretty good. Like, I'm pretty impressed actually of how much range we have with this little setup. All right, same shot with the pedal boats, except this time I'm using 28mm on the Sony with dynamic active stabilization on. I switched the GoPro to standard linear, I believe is what it's called, plus horizon leveling. You see the train in the background. It's not as extreme of a difference, but still a nice variety. One really amazing thing that the Sony ZV-E1 does, it's got new AI technology, which will you can switch from subject detection, like you can do human eye, bird eyes, animal eyes, and now it also has planes and cars and trains. So if you lock onto a train, it'll keep the train in focus. And the GoPro generally will just have everything in focus. It's kind of like an infinite field of view. So that's another reason why the GoPro can be better sometimes, because there's less worrying about what's in focus, because everything's in focus. So I just lost my GoPro. It just froze up. Never happened to me before. Not sure if it got too hot. Usually it would just shut off in that case, but it's just black screen, and I can't even turn it off with the button, with the power button. Yeah, so here's what we got. GoPro, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just black screen, and I can't do anything. Hitting the power button doesn't do anything. I hit record button. It doesn't do anything. So I'm going to take the battery out and see what we can do. Another thing about the GoPro is, in order to take the battery out, if you have it in the media mod, you got to use a daggone screwdriver to get it all in apart, which is a pain in the butt. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good.
Good. It's kind of warm, but I think if it was overheating, it would just turn off. So take the battery out, let it cool down for a minute. Alright, so I let the GoPro cool off for a minute, took the battery out and reinserted it, and it's working again. So it's one of those weird things. I have no idea what happened, just kind of froze up on me. I've had this camera for a couple of years, the GoPro that is, so it's not like old, but who knows if something happened to it. But anyway, so this is a good example of the difference between like a selfie mode vlogging style, which is definitely really good as far as if you're just carrying a small tripod. The GoPro has a wider angle and it works better. I have it sitting on the tripod now, so I'm kind of backed away a little bit, but the 28mm is not quite wide enough for doing selfie mode on the EV1, especially if you have it on dynamic active, because it crops the scene significantly. But that's something to consider. You know, the GoPro is really easy for just point and shoot, so there's a lot of advantages to it. There's some disadvantages, like it freezes up on you and the touchscreen is pretty bad. But there you go, it's working. All right, here we go. We're moving. Oh, that wind feels so good. It is 93 degrees outside and it feels like about 95. It's actually pretty lucky because the humidity's only at 40% today, which for North Carolina in the summer is about as good as you'll ever see. In the thick of it, it'll be 100% humidity and like 98 degrees outside. And if you're from the West Coast, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about, because it gets hot there, but it's nothing like being baked in the steamer. Man, it feels so good to be moving. The wind's blowing and the AC is rocking. If you're having trouble in the heat here at Pullen Park, you can always come and ride the carousel. $2 you spent might save your life. Thanks, y'all. So there you go. I hope I helped you guys out a little bit. If you're a beginner looking to get into making vlogs or just having fun with video cameras, there's other options such as the DJI Pocket Mini, which is what we filmed all the Japan videos on. It has a similar lens and sensor to the GoPro without the stability, but it's on a mini gimbal, which makes everything nice and smooth. all of our Japan videos were filmed on the DJI Pocket Mini. And then there's the Sony ZV-E1, which I really liked and what I used up until now. It's the next best thing to the full frame Sony ZV-E1, I think. Just speaking from my experience, that's where I'm at. So if you're a beginner, I really hope that helped you in some way or another. So there you go. If you watched this far, bless your hearts. I really appreciate it. And we'll be doing some more videos soon on Fruit Loop Films. Peace out.